Yo, what up, bro?
What's going down, man?
Shit, I got everything going. You ready to go live for these motherfuckers?
Yeah, let's get it.
Hell yeah, bro. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's BP coming to you all from Wicked Webster, Florida on this wonderful Tuesday evening. What a wonderful day to be alive, my friends. So make sure you take the time to thank the higher power, whoever it is that you devote your life to. Today I'm here with my man Erik Trevino. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, brother. How about yourself, man?
I'm good, man. Just getting off of work, came home, had a little bit of food and stuff. Man, you know, I was thinking, we were talking earlier, man, you and I go all the way back to 5th grade, man. Can you even think about that, man? It's like 14 or 15 years.
God damn, dude. Yeah, man.
Honestly, bro, I just really want to thank you for being my friend. I know it's been a long time and there's been a lot of things, you know, it's life and it's had its ups and downs, bro, but you've been there.
Oh, man, yeah, dude. It's definitely had its ups and downs, man. And, you know, likewise, same goes to you, brother. I appreciate you having been my back and, you know, being my brother this long, dude.
And, you know,
I mean, we've had our fucking, you know, our downfalls and shit. Hell, dude, stuck it through.
Yeah, you know, man, I feel like people don't really take the time to just like appreciate some of the people that they have around them, you know. Like right now it's been a pretty like tough week. It's been a tough week, man, for me. Right. I lost one of my close goombas, one of my friends. His name was Johnny. He was actually a
Johnny.
friend.
Wait, Johnny?
No, I don't think you knew him.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think. No, you didn't know him. It was part of my girl's family, and you know, man, it was.
That nonetheless, brother.
It was hard, you know. But with that being said, I kind of wanted to start off with a little funny story. You know, I don't like to sit and dwell too much on the sad stuff. You know, I'd rather tell it like a really really funny story that him and I had. Yeah. I remember, man, one time when it was 2015 or 2016. I was like maybe 19, 20 years old. And I used to work construction. I used to build like retaining walls and stuff right next to the freeway. I didn't last a long time. That wasn't for me, bro. But I did it. I did it for a little bit. And I remember I pulled up to the job site, dude. And the guy that was right there, the supervisor, manager, whatever the hell he was, he's like, they want us, bless you. He's like, man, we need to do a random drug test. I'm going to pick 2 guys to go and just take the random. And, you know, me, for undisclosed things, you know, that I don't really want to talk about, I was like, fuck, I hope it's not me. I hope it's not me. But nonetheless, he was like, okay, you, and he pointed at me and gave me a piece of paper. And it was like 6 in the morning, bro. Maybe 5:30, 6 in the morning. So I'm not ready, and there's no smoke shops open. There's nothing that I can do. I'm not ready for this shit right now, you know. I barely woke up to come to work to this shit job that you have given me, and now you want me to go and take a piss in a cup for you? Like, can I just go and dig the hole that I'm supposed to go dig for the day and leave me alone? You know what I mean? But nonetheless, bro, you know, I had to keep my poker face, and I took the paper and I get in my car, and I'm thinking, and I'm like, fuck, what can I do? So I call my friend Johnny, hit him up on the line and said, hey man, are you up? He's like, nah man, I was asleep. What's up? So I tell him, oh, not much, man. I just got to work and they're asking me for a random. Do you have clean piss? And he's like, shit, what do you mean? Like, are you peeing clean? Are you hot? Like what's up? And he's like, nah, man, I'm good. Right. I was like, okay, well, cool. Is it cool if I come over and pick some up from you? Shit, I'll give you like $50 or whatever you want. He's like, man, your family, bro, just come through. I'm like, all right, bet. So here I go, man, driving at 6 in the morning to my friend's house to go and pick up some fucking piss. Now, like, just think about that. You know what I mean?
That's love right there.
So I go to his house, right? Pull up. It's really early. He's waking up, and he's like, "All right, man, you ready? What do you want me to put it in?" I'm like, "Shit, I don't know." And he's like, well, "Fuck, I don't have anything." I was like, well, let me look. So I kind of started looking, and I go under his cabinets and stuff, and he has some like shampoo bottles. So I emptied out a container with some shampoo stuff, and he peed in there for me. And I was like, fuck it, man, this is gonna have to do. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I owe you one. Boom, I take off to go to the place, right? So I pull up to the place to go take this drug test, right? And I'm sitting down and I'm waiting. I check in. I'm like really scared, you know, because I have this like bottle of somebody else's pee inside of my pants to go and take this drug test, you know. So I'm sitting down and I'm just waiting for them to call my name. And I look down below me and I'm like, damn, they must have just mopped. It looks kind of wet in here. And I just keep going on with my day, you know. And I'm waiting and I'm waiting. And I look down again, and I noticed there was a little puddle under me. And I look down, bro, and I pay attention, and I see little like drops coming out of my pants, like from like my leg area, and I'm like, fuck, and I touch myself, bro, like the back of my pants and stuff, and they were all wet, and it was warm, and I was like, fuck, the piss is leaking all over me. And like I literally had his piss all in my pants, bro, running down my legs. Luckily I was wearing some black skinny jeans, so like you couldn't really tell, but it was like all down my legs. And all I could think of, honestly, bro, I was like, man, I hope I still have enough piss to pass this shit right here, because I can't get fired. Like I didn't even care that I had somebody's pee on me. I didn't care that like I had something similar with R. Kelly, you know, like him and I indulged in piss things now, I guess. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't cool, man. But, you know, I get up.
I was about to say, now you can actually say you've been theoretically beat on.
Exactly, bro. Like there's so many. I don't even know why I'm telling this story, but it's just because, you know, it's a story from the person that I lost. You know what I mean? I went in, I took the drug test. I still had enough piss. The girl is like, what's that in your pants? And I'm like, huh, what are you talking about? Like trying to pretend like I'm stupid. And she's like, right there. And I'm like, oh, well, nah, man, it's just my belt and stuff. She's like, okay. So she lets me go in, put the pee in the cup. I pass. I get to go home or whatever, right? But to this day, man, I'm gonna remember Johnny for that thing, bro. Like he really came through at 6 a.m. with some fucking piss for me. You know what I mean?
Wow story.
I had to share that, man.
Dude, that really is love, bro. Like shit, dude.
And you know,
There's
man,
you motherfuckers I do that for.
It's so sad, man. Like losing people that are close to you, man. I've lost so many friends. I've lost so many like people that were really close to me, man. And I guess
and you know where we're from, bro. Like, and that's kind of, and what sucks is it's kind of a norm. You know, it really has become a norm for today's society. You know, the areas that we live in and shit, man.
I agree.
It's rough.
And see,
it doesn't get any easier.
And that's what I was gonna lead into the story today, man. I remember like I have 3 friends. Three friends that I can name off the top of my head that for the privacy of their own family, I'm not gonna call out their names, but they all have their own little stories, man. That like one of them got shot up by one of his own friends. Another one got shot and killed by his girlfriend's dad because they had gone to the movies and he found them there, so he fucking shot them. He like shot his daughter too. He didn't kill her.
Yeah.
He shot her. He shot him, and then he shot himself. And you know,
it's twisted as shit, man. Because like you know, we came up same or very similar area upbringings and shit. I mean, for the same perspective, my boy's family. You know, I'm not gonna say his name or anything, but so I'll just call him John.
Yeah.
You know, and me and this cat, we're tight as shit growing up, bro. And, I mean, you know, he got off in front of his own home. You know, straight through the head. Same thing, bro.
Yeah.
And you know, but and what really messes me up is, you know, the fact that it's not just the beast of the, you know, everyone else that we have to worry about. You know, we also got to worry about what's within ourselves, man. Because I mean, I've lost people to, you know, self-harm, suicide type shit.
Yeah, and see, me too.
Really big.
Me too, and that's that. I wanted to talk about that a little bit too, because we were like I said, we were on the subject of losing people that were close to us and stuff.
Yeah.
My grandpa committed suicide like when I was, I want to say 5 or 6. I remember I was maybe in 3rd grade. Second grade. Third grade. My grandpa committed suicide. He shot himself, and that's how he went. You know. So ever since a young age, I've lost people that have been really close to me, like constantly,
Right.
man. I lost four close friends to car accidents, three close friends to gunshots, like they got shot and killed. And like I said, by people that they knew. Like the first one, he was at a graduation, his girl's graduation party. A fight breaks out. The guy leaves, grabs his gun, gets in his car, goes around the block, comes back and shoots him and kills him and shoots a couple more people right there at the graduation party. You know. And then the second one, it was like I told you, the dad killed the daughter and my friend. And then another one, my friend was talking to this girl, and he was at her job, man. He was just hanging out with her while she was working. She worked at IHOP and stuff. And that girl's baby daddy shows up to IHOP and shoots him up and kills him right there.
God damn it.
I know. Can you believe that stupid stuff, man?
I don't know what the hell possesses people to do that kind of shit. But man, like that's, come on, bro. To take a life, like I understand we didn't grow up in the easiest of areas, you know, but by the same token, bro, like I still will never fathom like how that changes you completely, bro. Just from that you know aspect of you done lost a piece of your sanity, like a piece of yourself that makes you it makes you human, you know. So for you to be able to conscientiously sit there and off somebody, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm just like, what the hell? That was someone else's child, you know. That was someone else's brother, sister, you know, someone else's family, bro. Like
somebody else's kid, you know, like, and when it comes down to those situations, man, what did you do? Like, what if you don't mind me asking, and I can talk about it myself here after you tell me, how were you able to cope? Like, what did you do? What, you know, we all have our different ways of handling that shit, handling all the things that we go through and losing close ones. What was, like, for example, for me, I hit it head on. I take a whole day and I just think about it, and I don't stop thinking about it because I need to understand the reality of what just happened. It's true, you know, and it's something that you can't change. So I just take the bull by the horns. I understand the fact that I'm never going to see them again. I understand the fact that I'm never going to talk to them again. I'll cry for that whole day if I need to. And then from then on, I only try to remember the good stuff about them, you know, like I dissociate myself with that stuff, and I understand that it happens. I understand that it happens. I hold them dear to my heart. I keep the good memories, and the rest I put them in the save file, and I don't revisit it, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do something very similar now. You know, growing up, I didn't handle it the best, you know, not all the time. But I've always been, I guess, kind of a double-edged thing where I've been able to kind of emotionally and mentally detach myself from just anyone and everyone. So I wouldn't let anything faze me too hard. But there is one instance, you know, that was an exception for me, and one that sticks with me the most. And I know I remember telling you about this several years ago.
Yeah.
And that was, you know, an ex of mine who the girl who committed suicide, you know, essentially at I was 13 years old, 12, 13 years old, somewhere around there.
And see, bro, that's what some people don't understand. Like, I know, and it's not just us. This is all throughout America, and I wish people will realize it and see it more. In neighborhoods that are of low income, this shit happens a lot. You know,
and you don't hear about it. That's what trips me out.
You don't. You really don't. You have kids, man, that are growing up without parents. Like, dad got locked up for flipping dope. Mom is too busy out there addicted to something, you know, or maybe dad died and she's still
just not there.
And the kids can't deal with it, man. You know, like they don't have anybody to help them grow.
And it's a rough thing, man. It really is. You know, having, again, you know, obviously I just mentioned it, growing up without a dad myself, it's a really rough thing. So it kind of forces you to grow up in most aspects on your own and quick. You know, I had to teach myself how to be a man. You know, I had to learn. I want to be there for my kid. You know,
and just to give them everything you didn't have. You know, like do everything somebody didn't do for you. And see, that's awesome, man. I really like to see. You know, you and I, we're Hispanic. We're categorized as minorities as well, you know.
Right.
It doesn't matter like where you were born, where you come from, or nothing like that. We're considered minorities, and as minorities we need to understand, man, that we need to make a change in who we are. We got to get away from the stereotypes. We got to get away from that stuff and become like good members of society, you know. And I'm really happy, man, that you are one of those people that at least you go to work, you have a fucking dream, and you're trying to achieve your dream. You tell me about it every day. We talk about it, you know. And to me, man, I respect that more than I would respect somebody out there, you know, flipping dope or trying to do bad things, you know. I respect somebody that's a real man and actually gets up every fucking morning to go to work, you know, even if it's the fucking place that you hate the most, but you know you gotta do it, so you do it more. And those are the people that make America run, man, and they're the ones that get forgotten about.
Hell yeah, dude. And it's all about that hustle and grind, though. And you know that as well as I do. It's all about what you're willing to do, how far you're willing to push those limits, and finding them, you know, finding those attainable goals, you know, making sure that, you know, keep yourself motivated. I will, not if. Like you and I just had this conversation.
Hell yeah.
Not if I make it, it's when I
make
like,
it.
This is gonna happen, dude. And you know, I like to say, you know, hey, I'm not a rich person, you know. I live comfortably right now. I'm struggling a little bit. I've been to the point where I've had a little decent money, you know. But by any means, I haven't made it to the top yet.
Yeah.
But man, by the same token, I've had some accomplishments, dude, which I know you have too.
Yeah.
You know,
and see,
I've made something of myself.
You just said something that really like stuck out to me. You said, I haven't made it to the top yet. And what's crazy to me, man, when you say that, is that everybody's top is different. You know what I mean? Like everybody's top, everybody's goal, everybody's mission, everybody's dream at the end of the day is different. And as long as you're going for what you want and what makes you happy, man, dude, forget about everything else. Forget about him, forget about her, forget what you see on TV. As long as you're happy, you're going towards your dream, and you see yourself at the top where you belong, where you place yourself, man, that's like, I think that's the most beautiful thing ever, to be honest with you.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
You know?
Hell yeah. Without a doubt, man. Without a doubt. And that's what
makes us humans, man. That's what makes us different than animals. We have that will and that conscience to know what we want to do and fucking do it.
That's also what separates, believe it or not, man, that's what separates the strong from the weak, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, most people, they go about, you see it every day, and I heard it on your last podcast, you know, they just kind of go blindly, bro. Yeah. Blinded by everything around, or blinded to everything around them, rather. And I mean, to be able to be consciously aware of not only what's going on with you yourself, but the person next to you, and just those you generally involve yourself with on a day-to-day basis. Most people don't understand that.
Yep.
Most people don't grasp the fact that that person next to you can dictate where you are 5-10 minutes from now. You know, that person that you want to keep close to you, who might be toxic, can affect you 5-10 years down the road.
I agree.
You know?
I agree, man. I've had, and see, the older that I got, man, I realized that the friends that I have around me are only friends that I feel that are gonna be able to impact my life in a positive manner. You know, I can name at least 3 people off the top of my head that I had to stop talking because we couldn't see eye to eye, you know? And I don't feel like I need to live my life in a way to where I'm always having to watch my back about arguing with somebody or disagreeing with them and stuff like that, you know? Like I need people around me that want better for themselves. I want you to win, because if I surround myself around people that have already won, they will help me win too. They know tips and tricks to winning. So I want to take those tips and tricks. I want to be blessed with their knowledge so that I can grow myself. Does that make sense?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. 100, man. Like, for real. That's no fucking lie, man. And it goes back to who you know, like you were just saying. You surround yourself, you put that positivity out there, bro, it's going to come back.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, man, I realize that being positive in a negative world is so hard. There's a lot more people that hate their life and a lot more people that just want to spew hate into the world than there is people that want to do good. Does that make sense?
Hell yeah. Now mix that in with the depression and all the other shit that's going on that we live day to day. Most people don't notice, man.
Yep.
And dude, you got damn near a recipe to fail right there, bro.
Yep.
But that's more reason why you gotta fucking push that shit to fucking make it on top.
And see, I wish people
show everybody.
I wish people would understand, man, that when you have to battle yourself every day, when you have to battle your mind to get out of bed and go to work, the last thing I want to do is battle yours as well. Does that make sense? Like, why would I want to go to work and work with somebody that's a dick to me when I already hate myself? I already hate everything about this life, and I'm having a really hard time even getting up out of bed to come here and make these extra $10 that I'm gonna have to pay in some type of bill on Friday. And now I'm talking to you and you're being an asshole? Does that make sense? Like, why should I have to deal with your negativity as well as mine? I'm already having a hard time with this. Can you like at least help me out and not have to deal with yours as well? You know?
And the answer to that is, man, no one gives a fuck, bro. It's not about we as a society have gone far left field, and it's not a we subject anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a community anymore. We're not associated with one another anymore. And that just goes back to how you were mentioning on your podcast, technological advancement and whatnot. We've become so, we're just so in tune with ourselves, you know, so closed-minded, closed off from the rest of society. And that's just what the problem is. No one's, I'm not, I've got my own demons, to say the least, in multiple different factions.
Yeah, we all do, man. We all do. We all battle that stuff,
But by the same token, I do empathize for, like those who are close to me, or even some random dude walking down the street. I can sit there and chop it up with someone for, what feels like 5 minutes, and I'm going to talk to them for a full blown 3 fucking hours. Yeah, just getting to know them, bro. And that's just one of the big things. We've lost connection with one another, man. Everything's done electronically, online, through that phone. Like you guys are saying on your last podcast, again, everything's done through that handheld device now, and nothing's
everything. And people, when I was growing up, I used to hate talking on the phone, but the older I got, the more I want to talk to people on the phone. That way, I can hear their voice.
Right.
Yeah. And because I never know, man. Like, I know it's really easy to text, and I know it's really easy to do all of that stuff, but man, I just rather hear that person's voice,
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I can't really say the same. I was, I'm kind of a misfit by nature, so I'm the polar opposite in that regard. There's certain people I don't mind. I love hearing their voices. I love talking to them. Mm-hmm. I can sit there and talk for hours, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the older I got, the more I realized, like, man, talking on the phone is actually a beautiful thing. I could just sit here and listen to this person just talk and talk all day, and they're gonna spit so much wisdom to me, Yeah. And it could be, like I said earlier, like you said the other podcast, it could be instant with a text message, but man, I'd rather just talk to that person. It's so much better.
Oh yeah, dude, without a doubt. But to me, personal, bro, I'd rather go kick it, bro. Like, I'm the type, hey, let's leave the phones at the crib or in the truck. Let's go out, have a camp out, bro, and let's just all just chill, man. Lay back, chill out, and chop it up.
Yep.
Like, why is that so hard?
Exactly. Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard for people to do that? You know why, bro? They're egos. They just can't let go. Everybody just wants to be better than everybody. Everybody just wants to drive the fastest car, have the biggest party, go to the best club. And instead, how about you get together with the people you love and you guys sit down and you guys talk and learn about each other?
Hell yeah, dude. Like, I miss that in society, bro. I miss that in, the people, a lot of the friends that I grew up with, or that I still hold true to this day. Because, there's very few friends that I've had as long as you, And you're literally the only one. I don't think there's another friend I've known as long as I've known you that I talk to on day to day.
I'm always gonna be here, bro. Just know I'm always here for you. Whatever it is, good, bad. You wanna boast about one of your achievements? Call me, man. Know that I'm never gonna hate. Oh, I lost him. Let me give him a call back.
I have no idea what happened.
My bad, bro. I can edit that out. It's all good. But nah, man, like I said, just know I'm always here for you, man. Know that I'm always going to be here to hold it down. Whatever you need, hit me up, call my line, positive, negative. You just want to talk nonsense, hit me up, dude. I'm always here for you.
Shit, you know I got your back too, B.
Whatever it is, shit, I'm always here.
Yeah, man.
But shit, man, I took 26 minutes of your time already, man. I think I should let you get some rest. I know you got to go to school later and just keep hustling.
Oh, shit, you know, it's all day.
All day.
All night to grind, baby.
It's all good, bro. Before we go, though, I had this little quote I wrote. It's nothing crazy, but every day I want to end the podcast with like a nice little quote for the people. And this one today, man, is real easy. Stay strong, stay positive, and don't give up. That's it. That's all I have, man. You got anything to say? Any shout outs, anything for anybody before we go, bro?
All I got to say, man, is for everybody checking this out, man, just keep your heads up.
Yep.
You know, don't matter what age you are, especially the younger cats, though. Younger cats, even though no matter where your upbringing is from, doesn't matter how hard it is, man. You got the choice to make your life better. Just keep your head up. See that end game. Keep that grind. Keep it going. You'll make it.
And reach that top. Reach your top.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, man.
Take it easy, brother. Hit me up when you get out of school.
Definitely, man. I appreciate you, bro. You have a good night.
Yes, sir. You too, bro. Bye.